Just tell us why banks were the market movers today.
Thank you for having me. I think we are seeing a lot of activity coming through from the banking sector. This is mainly as a result of the expected Q3 results that are expected to start trickling in next month. Therefore, there's a lot of activity with marginal price gains heading northwards as a result of that expectation.
All right, now we did see the NSE, fumble a little bit last week, but by this week already seeing gains of above 0.2%. But that doesn't dampen the general sentiment, does it, around the fact that this is Africa's second best performing bourse for the year, that the market has doubled for this year from 2009, and that equities are worth over 77 billion shillings?
Yes, at the beginning of this week, we saw a lot of activity compared to last week, where the market was declining marginally. And we also see that the stock market, the Nairobi Stock Exchange, continues to perform well in Africa. And I think mainly it's because of the optimism, and also we are seeing the yield declining. Therefore, there's a lot of movement of funds from the fixed income market to the equities market, which is driving the NSE 20 share index mostly.
All right, let's talk about TPS East Africa commencing trading after their rights issue.
Yes, we saw the TPS East Africa commence trading yesterday. The rights issue began trading as ordinary shares. We saw a bit of activity with the price moving up a bit, but coming into today, we saw a slight decline, and I think this is because the share is overly priced. I consider it fundamentally overly priced, and I expect it to start correcting itself to its fundamental value. I still think that there's a margin of decline expected to be seen on the share price.
All right, let's talk about Mumias, which was a market mover yesterday and a stock that keeps on interesting investors today. They've concluded their debt financing agreement of 1.6 billion shillings. They're planning on doing innovative things in the biofuel space. Can you tell us more?
Yes, Mumias Sugar is strategically positioning itself towards the more liberalization of the sugar industry. We are seeing the quota agreements by commercial regions coming to an end by December next year, and therefore this removes the quota on importation of sugar. And I think the reason why Mumias is diversifying its revenue streams is to be able to cushion itself. I think the debt financing will go a long way in boosting its infrastructural development in terms of coming up with innovative products like production of ethanol. It is also engaging in a production of generation of electricity in the country, which is also a way of diversifying the revenue streams. So I think the debt financing will go away in boosting its revenues in the long term.
All right, another stock that's one to watch but has experienced some pressure despite very good results in a massive infrastructure program is KPLC. Experts say it's profit-taking, others say speculation. What's your view?
Yeah, I think there had been marginal price increases whereby the stock moved up significantly in anticipation of the full year results which were announced a couple of days ago. But this did not meet the analyst expectation. We consider the revenue that was announced to be a bit low. And because of that, we have started seeing declines in the share price. This is as a result of people taking up profits and also the speculation of the anticipated corporate actions. There's a lot of speculation of the government converting its preference shares to ordinary shares, which I think will have a dilutive impact on the existing shares. Therefore, there's a lot of speculation which is making the share price to fluctuate, moving up and down.
Okay, let's talk about KQ, Kenyan Airlines. Challenges on the delivery of aircraft hurting their revenues. Your views on this stock and performance going forward?
Yeah, I expect the share price to be under a lot of pressure because there has been a lot of delay on the delivery of the Boeing aircraft. This has been going on for quite a while now, and recently they just came out of a negotiation with the workforce because of the compensation and all that. Therefore, I think going forward and until they come up with a better alternative to be able to take up opportunities both in Africa and outside Africa, I think the delay will continue causing a lot of pressure on the share price.
And finally, let's talk about Safaricom, regarded essentially as the driver of the Kenyan market, under a lot of pressure because of the partnership of Bharti Airtel and Zain, or the acquisition rather, and recent announcements that they'll be investing over 26 billion shillings towards infrastructure in the region. How Safaricom responded to this competition?
Yeah, in my view, I think Safaricom is coming up with short-term measures. When Zain announced their slashing of the calling rates, we also Safaricom coming with a short-term measure. They released their new tariffs. The new tariffs came to an end at around September, but they extended that promotion to mid next month. I think even in as much as they're trying to put in more money in terms of the infrastructural capacity, I think we still will still continue seeing a lot of pressure on the share price. Right. We saw it continue coming down trading session after trading session. I think this trend will continue. Zain also has is investing a lot of money in both in advertisement and also beefing up their infrastructural capacity. Therefore, I think they'll move head to head as in terms of market share. I think Zain is doing a lot to take a lot of market share from Safaricom. Therefore, I think there's a lot of pressure on the Safaricom share price.